I'm getting good at that. That's twice
Welcome
now.
back to Final Third Fridays. I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Rob.
And today, we're going to be pairing the Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye with...
The Luciano Dreamer. This is the Hermoso number 4 size. A little bit bigger than a Corona, a little bit smaller than a Robusto. This cigar is made up with an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, binder from Nicaragua, and the fillers coming from Nicaragua and Peru.
Yeah, so this Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye is the first release of their own distillate that Hard Truth has done, and we're really proud of it. It's sitting at a minimum of 3 years in the bottle, but don't let that discourage you from grabbing one because it is a stellar pour.
Yeah, I think it's the best thing that I've had from Hard Truth.
Oh, I
to
think
date.
so for sure.
All right.
Let's get into this
Let's get into the cigar. I've only smoked a couple of these. I've really enjoyed them, which I know you have too.
Yeah.
We just thought this might be a nice pairing. We were having a really hard time coming up with something to pair with a cigar. Not because it's not a great cigar, but we've paired a lot of different things lately, and we're trying to do something a little bit different.
Yeah, we're always trying to find something new. One that I kept looking at on the shelf to go with this would be like the barrel dovetail.
Yeah.
But we just did the barrel dovetail. So
I know. Well, and this is nice too because I don't think we've done a rye yet.
I think you're right.
We will be doing a rye coming up here in the next few weeks, though, because it's going to be our pick coming in from Starlight. But what do you get on the cold draw?
On the cold draw, I'm getting wet hay. It's kind of where it's at for me right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
same here.
Sometimes you'll get like wet hay and raisins, but that's not even where I'm at. I think it's just wet hay.
Yeah. There's a little bit of sweetness, but it's not like a raisiny sweetness.
Yeah, it's almost like cornflake sweetness.
Kind of, yeah.
So, not really sweet, but there is a perception of sweetness there.
And there might even be just a hint of like a light cocoa. Which is kind of odd for Habano.
Yeah. Well,
light her up.
Light her up.
The race is on.
See who can get it lit first. I'm always way too precise on making. I basically want to make sure that it's lit before it goes into my mouth.
That's what she said.
It's lit. So right at the start, you're getting. I just got like a dry peanut note, and already on the retrohale, I'm getting into cedar, and there's a tad bit of spice, but on that first puff, I wasn't able to tell what it really was.
Oh yeah, salty.
It is.
That's wild. Yeah. I don't have any whiskey in my glass.
I think we need to fix that.
Dang it.
Dang it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
When I worked at Cabela's, there was a guy named Bobby, and he was like He grew up in a farming family and was a Baptist man, and he just like he didn't know that reference. And one of our other coworkers all the time would be like, "Damn it, Bobby," and he'd always say, "What? What did I do?"
See, I don't think I've watched maybe more than one episode of that, and I knew the reference.
Yeah, I never have. I think it's in the commercial. So on the nose for this whiskey, it's to me it's like maple syrup, and it's got a rye spice there, but it's presenting closer to a almost, I would say, eucalyptus type of spice. So it leans a tad medicinal on the nose for me.
I'm getting more sweet notes.
Yeah.
The maple you're talking about, I can see. It's almost a little bit like of a fruit note that I'm getting, but I can't nail it right now. There's a little bit of that rye spice in those. Sure is tasty.
Sure is.
And it's playing nice with the Dreamer.
Yeah, it brought out like a chocolate note for me.
Maybe that's what I was getting on that cold draw, just a slight bit.
It's like peanut chocolate.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Huh.
Subtle, but nice.
Yeah.
I like this little size too. Definitely a little bit more of a approachable size to smoke, and
Yeah.
seeing here when we're running in and out of the humidor constantly, it's nice to have something smaller. It's not going to last for 4 hours, and you have to 4 hours because you're relighting it 5 times.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just went smoke to sip. It's graham crackery to me.
Okay.
So, and then go back to the rye. That's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. I
There's
do
a
like that.
sweetness there that reminds me a lot of graham crackers. So,
You know something I just realized?
what's that?
Did the alarm go off yesterday here in Ingles? The tornado siren? Oh, that's right. I got here late yesterday. Never
Yeah,
mind.
you were late.
That's right. Never mind.
So you just sold yourself out. So we're recording
I was
on
late.
Sunday, and yesterday I got here and I was like, man, it's just Lisa. What's Rob doing? So I come in, I'm helping her open. Normally when I get here on Saturdays, Rob is like, got the place open, and I just go grab a cup of coffee, make and a cigar, and hang out until the customers come. No, Lisa was rushing around trying to get the place done, but she was outside watering her plants. So
Oh, yeah. She has priorities.
she does have priorities.
Yeah.
I understand.
It usually comes around something growing outside.
Yes. So yeah, but Rob was late. I said, "Where's Rob?" And she said, "He's asleep like usual."
Like usual.
So she sold you out.
Whatever.
Got sold out.
I was sleeping. I won't lie to that, but I was also here like 3 o'clock in the morning the day before. So
No, you
no, it
weren't.
wasn't. That was a different day. It's been a long week. I haven't slept at all this week.
Oh my god.
Last night I did.
Did you? Mm-hmm. How was it?
You got like 4 or 5 hours easy.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
I think that's what I was rocking. I got up at 6 this morning for church, so
Oh yeah.
it was funny. I was gone for 2 Sundays, and I felt bad.
Did they forget what you look like too?
No.
No?
I
No?
felt bad for the lady who stepped in to lead worship for me when I was gone, because all the little old ladies, like after service today, they were like, "We're just so glad you're back.
Aw.
Like you did such a great job." And I was like, "Oh, it's not like what."
It's kind of mean, huh?
It is a little bit mean.
It is a little bit mean.
I was like, "Oh, I appreciate it, but that is rough."
Yeah. If I wasn't in church, tell you how much that lady sucked that took over your spot.
She doesn't. She's not bad. It's just the guys in the band. They don't listen to her very well.
Ah.
She doesn't.
And you shred when you're up there, right?
Well, I can outplay them both,
Okay.
so they listen to me.
Gotcha. Getting down on one leg.
No, I just play acoustic on Sunday mornings. Got to have some rhythmic instrument to drive things. Drive it along.
Yeah, I'm still getting a lot of that peanutty.
Yeah.
A little bit of leather. Not getting much cedar on the smoke.
This cigar's going quick for me, man. Not that quick, but I feel like this is going to be a 40-minute stick right here.
Could be. You already knocked some ash off?
Yeah.
Dang, son.
While there. Yeah.
So last night we had a band in here, Final Third. It was called the Cave Dwellers Blues Band, and they absolutely killed it. It was amazing. Had a huge crowd yesterday all day long.
Yeah.
Just a really good day. Man, my beard sticks to this microphone like crazy.
What'd you do to that microphone? It's caved in on the top. Did you drop it?
You probably dropped it.
I didn't drop it.
Is that one caved in too?
No. Just yours.
Why did you drop my microphone?
I didn't drop your microphone.
Damn it, son. This thing was expensive.
It's $100.
Okay. Maybe it wasn't so expensive. But no, it was a great day yesterday. We had a ton of people in here. The music was going. We sold out of crap ton of liquor yesterday.
Yeah. Basically all your standard bar brands we sold out of.
Yeah, I've got to
The
get
one
a bunch
thing
on
that
order
we were
today.
able to keep on bar yesterday was Crown, though.
Yeah,
You had
'cause I
enough
just
of
bought a
that.
case of
Yeah.
it. And,
You knew.
yeah. Well, I know there's several guys that come in here and that's what they get, Crown and Cokes.
Yeah. Which, hey, if that's your thing,
Do it.
please enjoy.
Yeah.
To me, I think Crown will ruin any Coke.
I'm not a big fan, but I get it for those that don't like a stronger whiskey.
Yeah.
Something that's very light. I mean, Canadian whiskey's light anyway, but Crown's very light as well.
Yeah.
If you're
Crown
just looking for a little flavor to add to your Coke, there you go.
Yeah, I would add vodka before I add Crown to Coke.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't have either one probably, but definitely not vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka's for yoga pants and stuff like that.
Yeah. Vodka's
What
for...
you wear? You rock yoga pants pretty well.
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing today, yoga
Nice,
pants.
nice.
So, got my yoga pants on and my
Tell you
boots.
what, if we get a phone call in on this live line, he'll stand up and show you his yoga pants.
On the live line.
Yeah.
There's no way for that to possibly happen.
Now watch the phone ring here in a second. That'd be hilarious,
That
actually.
would be funny. I would pick it up if it rang.
Hello. Yoga pants here.
Are you guys open today? Still no.
That's what we're waiting for, someone to show up here and come in to buy cigars. We have, had somebody show up like last night at close to midnight and walked in. Oh, you guys open? Like, no, the open sign's off. There's a reason for that. And we're in here sweeping.
Who would have guessed?
But, I get it. They're coming from other bars. They think we're a bar too.
We are bar-like, but it's a lounge.
Yes. Cigars first,
Yep.
liquor second. Cigars up front, liquor in the back. Is that what it is? Get that big old 660 out there, buddy.
The 990.
990.
I was joking around with the guys yesterday. Talking about that 990, I was like, there's a filler shortage going on right now, and Asylum's putting out a 990.
I don't know if they're doing it again this year, are they?
I don't know.
That was almost an April Fool. Well, it was an April Fool's joke last year, and people kept wanting it, so they had to make more.
Which is crazy to me.
I don't know. I'm going to buy one of those Woodies for you to have in here to smoke one day.
If you will pay me to sit there and smoke it, I'll do it.
I want to see. Well, that's probably not the first time you've had 100 ring gauge in your mouth, but I mean, cigar.
Was
cigar. What is
100?
wrong with you, man?
Yeah. Okay.
God.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 100 ring gauge. At least that's what someone looked up yesterday and said that. I thought it was smaller than that because I've seen
I thought so.
the one that's like 3 feet long in a big coffin.
I think that's the Big John.
Is that what it is? Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Woody's the biggest one though. Yeah, the whiskey with the cigar, it's pulling out a lot of maple syrup or graham crackery notes.
Cigar by itself has turned into a leather bomb.
Yeah.
That's good. In a good way, not like a shoe leather, just kind of like a nice. It's like licking your cutter case right there. You got Isaiah's going bougie with his case that has slots for his cutters.
I did do that. I'll own up to that. I'll show the camera.
Here before long, you're gonna have that man bun going too. You can go right with your leather case.
Been there, done that. This is from. I had a guy named John Edwards make this. He does Wild Hands Leather Goods. I think that's what it's called. But
You did a nice job.
It's just a. All I wanted was something so that I could stick this in my pocket and keep my cutters from slamming up against my phone. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, put your phone on the other side of the leather and you're good to go.
So he was like, it's kind of big. I said, my phone's kind of big, so
Yeah.
it'll be great. So
That's
it
great.
is legitimately phone sized, and I just stack them and throw them in my pocket, and it keeps things
That's actually a pretty good idea.
from
Let me see that
messing
for a
around
second.
with each other.
You can put the Final Third logo over here and sell them as a kit. Get a cutter or get one cutter in each slot, and
There you go.
$500.
Well, yeah.
Actually, you'd be looking at
that would be
150 between the two cutters,
yeah.
and then
Yeah,
you know whatever the
that's the
case is.
XO. That's $100, and the is the Calibri V up to 50? If not, it's got to be close.
Yeah, I think-
because I
I
think
think
it was
the-
40 when I bought it.
Yeah, it was 38 for a while. I think it went up to 48. I think.
Gosh.
I mean, it's like the SV cutter went
Yeah.
from $74.99 to $84.99.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Still can't get a hold of them to sell me that cutter, but oh well.
I don't think Calibri wants business. I always think about one of those big. I think it's the Quasar, the big block cutters that they
Yeah.
have that are tabletop. Like that would be great. And then I think, how many times am I smoking at my house?
All right.
Hardly any. Am I bringing that to work with me?
You can impress some people carrying that in your pocket, though. Might be a little weird, but people might be impressed.
I would have to shove it down the front of my pants to get it anywhere. There's plenty of room in there.
Okay. Okay. We're not going there. I guess we just went there.
we did that. It is not as bad as the pulpit podcast this week.
Yeah.
Love you, pulpit boys, but that was rough.
Which one? Last week's?
Yeah, Fridays.
Well, it would have. I'm kind of with Nick in a way on this. I kind of would like to have heard that with Jeff and her on the podcast together.
Really?
That would have been a shit show. You'd have never heard Nick's voice at all. He'd have just been over there laughing like a little girl.
Yeah. That's for sure. Yep. Man, this Dreamer really is turning it into leather.
Yeah.
It's like leather, earthy.
A little bit earthy out. Yeah.
There's not a lot of like earthy cigars that I will go out of my way for, but
not
I
a
think
big
this
earthy
one
guy.
keeps it pretty interesting.
I think so too, because it's not like an earth bomb like some of the. I mean, I know you're a big fan of the darker Placencias. Some of those are so earthy. I'm not a big fan of them. Alma Fuerte.
Yeah, the
Or
Alma
Alma-
del Fuerte
Fuerte.
is very, very earthy.
Very
And
earthy.
as much as I love Placencia, that is not my favorite of theirs. Alma del Fuego has the earthiness, but it has spice and other things to back it up. I really enjoy that one quite a bit.
I'm with you there. Although we do have the 6 does on order with the Fuerte that I've heard are pretty awesome. So
I
I'm
have
not going
not
to smoke
tried
one
those.
yet. So we'll be smoking them.
Well, it's finally raining here in Indiana after probably a month and a half long drought.
Yeah, we had 1 day of rain last week, and then today it's just kind of, I think, settled in. I hope so. It looks like a nice drenching rain out there.
It
So
is.
we definitely have needed this bad. I'm sure, I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of the nation's in a drought right now anyway.
Yeah. So it is glorious. I kept thinking about cutting my yard because it had been 5 weeks since I did it last, but I just knew it was going to be a dust bowl if I did it and just
Well,
mess with my allergies.
right now, cutting the grass, I mean, obviously, first this week it's going to be grass, but all it's been growing is weeds. The grass is pretty much low.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see from Lisa's landscaping out here out front, the only thing growing, I mean, she's watering all her flowers, but the weeds are growing it like
Yeah.
crazy through the rocks.
Thistle sure likes it.
What's that?
Thistle?
Yeah,
Thistle loves the
it
drought.
loves the heat.
But, yeah.
Really enjoying this whiskey, man.
Absolutely, me too.
The cigar, I will say the cigar is pretty, not one note, but not super complex.
It is changing, but it's heightening notes that were there in the first third.
Yeah, the leather's staying, and that's the main note I'm getting. I'm not getting a lot of peanut right now.
Right now, with the whiskey, it's pulling out a little bit of cinnamon for me. Like right after I take a drink of the whiskey, but it is still that leathery thing. But this whiskey paired with the cigar is fantastic. Like I don't think I've ever perceived it as so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of a sleeper bottle.
I think so too.
116 proof.
And it does not taste that hot at all.
No, it doesn't. When I first got one of these at the house, I was impressed that it was 116 proof. Because to me, it tastes like 100. Like, it drinks like 100 proof.
Yeah.
And it's not going to knock you down. And it has got to be just like a low rye mash bill. I imagine that it's a barely legal rye. But again, I don't know what their mash bill is on it.
Right.
But that's how it tastes. It tastes like a barely legal rye where the rye is present, but it's not medicinal.
Well, and the nose right now is definitely the maple syrup, almost like a waffle with maple syrup on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm smelling right now. And you know what? This would be actually really amazing if this cigar, the peanut component would have held up. It would have been peanut butter waffles.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think the peanut's in there anymore.
I'm not finding it right now. Maybe it'll show up in the final third. Lord willing.
Yes.
This cigar band brought to you by Cigar Rings, like everyone else's that have decent bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's by?
Yeah.
That's the brand?
Yeah, that's the brand of the band is Cigar Rings. I don't know. Everybody uses them, it seems like. Except for...
Well, all right.
That's a tangent.
Except for Pravada, they make theirs out of crayons and cardboard pieces and stuff.
Print them on an Avery label sheet.
Hey kids, we're making cigar bands.
I don't care.
That was mean.
I'm leaving it in. Yeah. Oh, yes. It's getting left in.
I will say one thing. I just knocked the ash off of this. I had to force it off. It was solid.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wasn't expecting that. When I hit it, I thought it was just going to fall off. I had to actually forcibly knock it off.
Yeah, it is a sheet of ash for me. This would be a good one for a long ash competition. Now, how long you could get with a Hermoso number 4? Not very, but it is super solid.
It doesn't matter the length of the cigar on the long ash. It's just the one that gets the longest down there. And because the Circle City Cigar Club was in here yesterday, and the vice president was in here too, and they're going to do their long ash competition here in November. So we're already starting to talk about cigars for that. Yeah. This would be a good one for that, although we can't really disclose which one because they're not going to disclose that to the club until it's the day of. But
you just need to do the firework.
I was thinking about the Raven. That ash could go all the way down to the freaking nub. That would be pretty awesome to see.
But I don't want them to smoke on my Ravens.
But then that would also be a problem because then we'd have to clean up all that ash. Actually, you know what I was thinking about doing? That Dunbarton Silver Mesa Brulee, because that ash falls off every quarter of an inch. It will not stay on the cigar. It's
so what it like?
I cut one open to see. I thought, man, this has got to be just like chopped up short filler. It's all long filler, and it still falls off every quarter of an inch.
You really thought Dunbarton would put in mixed filler?
I didn't know until I was smoking it, and every one I've ever smoked just falls off in every quarter of an inch.
That is one of the cigars in the humidor I've never smoked. Just because the size pisses me off.
It does to me. I mean, it's a double Corona. You're thinking, oh, okay, that's kind of like a Corona Gordo, or should be.
It looks like
it's a freaking monster.
It looks like a Gordo mated with a Churchill. So it's like got nearly a Gordo ring gauge.
Yeah, it's like a 54, I think it is, on the ring gauge, and then I think it's 7 or 8 inches long.
Yeah,
It's a big cigar.
So for long ash
For a Corona, double
competitions,
Corona.
do you give somebody a cigar that you know will hang on, or do you give them a cigar that you know it'll take talent to hang on?
I like the idea of doing the talent.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I thought I liked when Privada did the Charger ash.
Yeah.
They used that Aladino Lancero. Lanceros aren't easy to get a long ash on. And I think that would be kind of fun to do a long ash with a Lancero. Actually, Lisa, she can put a hell of a long ash on that Lonsdale Cameroon from Aladino. I've seen her smoke that one all the way to the band and trying to peel the band off without
crazy.
ashing it. So Lonsdales are great sizes because it does take talent, but it also, you can actually make it happen too.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Mm-hmm. So that's what I need from Aladino. We need to do an Aladino Premium Lounge exclusive, so
Yeah.
both of them get it. But what I need is the Classic and the Elegante.
Ooh, that would be nice.
That would be
Oh, it'll come.
Yeah, but I just want it as an Aladino Premium Shop exclusive.
Yeah, that's something we got to work on. So I think that'll be a lot of fun having something we can only get here. Although in Indiana, we're about the only place you can get Aladino anyway.
Oh yeah.
So-
yeah. Or
which is going to change.
Which
because
I don't
people-
think it's possible, but if we could get a Corojo Reserva and an Elegante or a Lonsdale, I don't think it's possible just because the wrapper
It's
on
so
it is
thick.
so. Yeah.
I think it'd be hard to the combustion to stay proper. But if they could make that work, oh my God, that would be amazing.
Fantastic.
That would be a spice bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love that.
You know, I was thinking about that cigar last night, and I was like, what if we did that? And I was like, no, that was our first one. We paired that with Jack Single
Daniels,
Barrel.
so good.
It still a good pairing.
Yeah. Well,
I
and
stand by that one.
this week we just got in some of the PCA cigars, just some of them. You know, most of them are delayed a little bit anyway on getting them out, but Aladino sent all their stuff. The classics are on stock. I've got, I think, like 60 boxes of classics right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we also got in the new sizes of the Cameroon. So they came out with a Gordo, which they've had a lot of people asking for them, and that's great. I'm not a big Gordo fan, but there's a lot of people who love them.
Yeah.
But they also came out with the Queen's Perfecto in that, and oh my God, what a great cigar!
I still haven't smoked that one.
That Queen's
yet.
Perfecto is right there with the Lonsdale and the Elegante for me on their
Really?
cigars.
Wow.
Yeah. Really good cigar. I think it's going to be a big time seller for them.
Maybe we need a classic Queens.
That'd be kind of cool too.
Because I don't know how that would differ that much from the Corona.
It would a little bit, but the Corona's pretty much doing that already.
Yeah.
That Corona, the classic.
It would just be on light that it would change for you.
Yeah. And it would give you a little longer smoke than the Corona too.
Yeah.
It's starting to change a little bit here. Not even quite the midway point for me.
Yeah.
Maybe just getting into the second, third.
Getting more woody notes.
Very much so. Yeah. Not cedar though.
I don't think so.
It's almost like an oakiness.
Yeah.
Which honestly is going to start playing nicer with the whiskey now. I think. So.
Oh, yeah.
And this one also, this is another one of those cigars that's kind of making the mouth water a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I like. That's one thing there's some great cigars out there that dry your mouth out. The experience of them is not almost worth it to me. Yeah. I like the ones that make your mouth water or at least don't dry you out. All right, let's do some more here.
So right now, where I'm at in the cigar and going from smoke to sip, there's still that graham cracker going on in the whiskey, but it's also almost pulled out a black pepper type char note in the rye.
Yeah, almost the barrel char. Yeah. That's actually really nice.
It is. So it's kind of funny because the cigar doesn't feel like it's changing a whole lot, but it's changing the whiskey quite a bit.
It really is, yeah. Yeah, there's almost not really, yeah, kind of like almost a campfire.
Yeah.
That's nice. Still getting some graham crackery kind of notes too from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I know we don't have a lot of people probably listening to this BS, but anybody out there that is listening that is interested in hearing the drunken episode from a couple weeks ago, reach out to Isaiah because he's refusing to post it. He will not post it.
Well,
Although I have a bad feeling that would be the one to get us banned from YouTube. Might.
I think it would. I have to
Mike.
mark it as explicit, Rob.
That was not
here's
that's not my fault. That was
It
the
is
whiskey
literally
talking.
your fault.
That was the whiskey talking. That wasn't my fault.
In the first 5 minutes, Rob said the F word 7 times.
No, there's no way.
You have the video on your phone.
I probably do still, yeah.
I haven't edited it. I didn't even edit the podcast audio because I went back to the video and looked at it. I said, "There's no way."
Oh, shout out Scott Johnson. Now you got your shout out, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scott Johnston.
No, I don't want to hear your crap anymore.
Thanks for coming in and humoring us.
He's the one that's been hounding us for the for the drunken episode.
You know what the funny thing is? He will Facebook message me all the time. He's got my phone number.
Yeah, I know. He's got mine too. I
think he just knows that Facebook Messenger will ping my phone, or his text messages just vibrate.
Yeah, that's funny. We need to give Scott a nickname.
He's Dr. Scott Johnston. He's smart.
Oh,
dude's freaking smart. He's a Kimmy.
What's the oh God, Back to the Future Doc. What's his last name? Doc what? Oh my God, Doc Brown.
Doc Brown.
Let's start calling him Doc Brown. He's gonna have to go a little crazier on us. He's gonna have to start, not keeping that beard all night.
I normally just jokingly call him Santa Claus, and he'll
Santa
be like,
Claus.
"I'm not that old."
I'm not that
He
old.
definitely has a very groomed Santa beard.
Yes, and he
has a
keeps
great
that
beard.
thing nice and tight and beautiful.
Yeah.
Mine just keeps growing and getting more
Mine
hairy.
just
And
keeps growing and gets super hairy.
yours looks really bad, man. Look at that. I think I actually see a little bit of fade there on your chin.
Yeah.
One day Isaiah will grow up and be able to grow a beard.
One of these days.
One of these days.
One of these days.
Wait till you see the bottle we've got coming up for our final third pick.
Did we already order those stickers?
Yeah, Cole has.
Okay.
Cole got them on order, yeah.
Cool.
This, yeah. Let's just say 80s TV. If you were an 80s kid watching action TV and in the realm of like Dukes of Hazzard type kind of stuff, it's not Dukes of Hazzard, by the way.
Yeah.
But you're gonna like this sticker on the back. And Isaiah looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
Badass. Get it? BA badass.
Wow.
Hint.
Hint.
He's
Nobody
he
cares.
looks really good with a beard, I'm telling you.
Supposedly. Yeah, it's everybody.
And a mohawk. The mohawk look good on you too.
Mohawk. There you go. Yeah, our rye pick should be coming in the next couple weeks, which is fantastic because I think we're down to 3 bottles of the final third.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
There were none in the back that were grabbable yesterday.
I may go ahead and take that down to 1 case for the grand opening, or for the 1 year anniversary, because we had 2 cases we were saving for the 1 year.
Just save the 2.
Save 2? Okay.
Unless we run out of that before our pick comes in, but I would just grab from it because we don't. I mean,
we kind of want to just keep one release up on the shelf, unless we have a big overlap.
Barrel pick.
No, I'm actually going to talk to Old 55 tomorrow. And I'm going to see if there's a way we can do a pick with them. I know they
These picks come in a lot quicker than anybody else.
They do. The only thing with them, and nothing wrong with it, they're a smaller distillery. He has his hands in the growing of the crops all the way to the distilling and bottling of the product.
Which makes it a special product.
It makes it very special, but it also limits the number of barrels he's able to put out right now. So it may be one of those things where we may have to wait for another 6 months to a year to be able to do a really good pick with him. But if he says we're good to go, then that might be our next one. Still want to get up to Michigan to Dragon's Milk too.
That would be awesome.
But we can do that anytime.
We need to get another barrel pick on the way because I think that Starlight's going to fly.
I think so too. And we're only going to have 70 bottles to sell.
Yeah.
Pours of.
Yeah.
Now, if you are a bourbon guy and you love getting really good picks, join. If you're not already in it, join the Indiana Bourbon Club on Facebook.
Yep.
All you got to do is like the page, and you're a part of the club. And we'll have an actual bottle release party here at the lounge. And basically, you'll be buying a bottle. You can buy a bottle from the club.
Yep.
And then that will be your bottle to take home with you. But I'll still have 70 bottles here to pour out for the next few months. Yep. So they have 70 bottles available.
Yep.
And I don't think they're going to last very long at all.
Well, I know I'll probably get 2 or 3.
I'll probably get 70.
70?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a shelf at the house that has one full bottle. Well, that's a lie. It has one bottle from every barrel pick that I've done. The only bottle that I have there that's not full is the Indiana Whiskey Co. Larry Bird bottle.
Okay.
I didn't buy 2 of them because was not that happy with the barrel that the club
I still have one of those unopened.
Yeah.
I've got one of the Yellowstones unopened.
Yeah.
My old 55, that was when I first kind of jumped in on it, and that one I've only got maybe a quarter of the bottle of that left.
Yeah, I got 2 bottles of that old 55.
I think I took 3 of the final third picks home just to kind of save.
Yeah. I'm
already drinking on one of them, but it's a good pick if you like to drink your own picks.
Yeah. My ATS Indy Rye, I have smashed.
Yeah, thank you for getting me a bottle of that. That was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
That was really good. Starlight picks are amazing anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that bottle at my house is halfway empty. And then I gave one to my father for Father's Day because he wanted a whiskey that I had picked. And that one is more than half gone.
Yeah.
You just drink rye whiskey at the pool, smoke a cigar.
Drink more rare whiskey. Walk inside drinking more rye whiskey. Go to bed, have a Glencairn by the bedside.
Yeah.
Wake up, have a sip when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah. So
good.
At their house, I have these double insulated Glencairn type glasses, and just dump it in there, call it a day, go out on the paddle boat.
Go to the movies, take a flask of it with you.
Who are you talking about?
I had no idea.
I don't know either. Not a clue.
I know I might have a problem when I'm doing that now every time I go to the movies.
Oh, no, I do the same thing. I have 100
No, we don't.
No, huh?
No.
But if I did, I would have a 100 ml flask at the house.
Yeah.
That was actually a Starlight barrel sample bottle.
That's kind of cool.
And
I've got those in the back.
Those glass ones. And
I've actually got a nice flask at home that I use. Yeah. Well, it's a cheap flask, but it's nice.
I have never got a flask that didn't leak. So I found that Starlight barrel sample bottle works fantastically.
Yeah.
And it's also plenty for a movie or whatever you might be doing.
You might need to take 2 if it's like a 3-hour movie.
Not if it's 120 proof whiskey.
Oh, come on, man. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. I used to just fill it up with JTS Brown and then get a Coke at the theater, sip some out, and dump it in.
You mean you don't put Crown in your flask?
No.
No.
I don't own Crown. Last time I got given a bottle of Crown, I brought it over to a friend's house and then just accidentally left it there.
All right.
Yeah, and he was pissed that I left it there.
You're so mean.
He said,
leave good stuff for people. Come on.
I bring them good stuff.
Yeah, you do. You do. Except for when you bring me all the freaking Maker's Mark crap that I don't like.
That was one time.
Still happen.
Still happen? Well, because I told you needed to try the good stuff.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I know it's good. It's just not my flavor profile.
Yeah.
Man, that whiskey. Oh, my God. That's getting some fruit notes in it. That's really good whiskey.
Oh, it is. That's really nice.
I don't know if it's just the palate warming up or what.
To me, it's like the fruity notes in a natural maple syrup.
Yeah, I'm still getting the maple for
Not
sure.
like Aunt Jemima. You need more?
Nah, I'm good for now.
Okay.
Thank you. Now we got an event coming up in about an hour, a little over an hour.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll be drinking during that.
Yep. Got
I'll tell you what,
private
this
event at the shop.
I don't know how long we've been going. We've probably been going for
Longer than I thought.
this cigar. I'm not even the halfway point. This thing is burning slow.
Yeah, it
For
was
such a little cigar, I thought, oh, this will be a nice 45-minute smoke. We got to be at least that, if not further along than that already.
Yeah, I don't know what our time's at, but it's definitely going. Going slow. I've got to be past half.
You are. You're a little further than I am.
Yeah.
But, you're just learning to smoke, so.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I know. You'll get there. You'll get there, young whippersnapper.
Yeah. A couple guys that were here yesterday watched me put down a cigar and just throw it in an ashtray after I had gotten it like a third of the way through. And they were like, "Why would you do that?" I said, "Well, first of all, this one was given to me. Second of all, there are way better cigars to smoke than this one."
You see my little thing around my license plate out there on the Jeep.
Life's too short to smoke a bad cigar.
Yep.
And the thing was, the cigar wasn't bad. It was just boring. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing wrong with it. It wasn't offensive. Now, we have definitely had samples dropped off that were offensive.
Yeah.
There was one that had a nasty green bean note on it. Like, it reminded me a lot of a Candela wrapper, but it was not a Candela wrapper.
Yeah. It was obviously young. It may have still been in the sick period when we smoked it.
Could have been a great blend with a year age on it or even a couple more months.
And that's one thing, that I know a lot of cigars are being put out pretty quickly right now. I would much more appreciate not shipping cigars out until they're ready. Because, I literally, on some of those, I'll put the box back for a month before we even think about throwing them on the shelf just because they're not ready to go. And by that time, I've already paid all the taxes, and I'm not making any money on that cigar yet.
Yep.
And that's kind of frustrating. But I get it. People are trying to get product out right now.
Yeah, got to keep pushing it out. And the thing is a lot of the guys that come in here wouldn't notice just because if the cigar burns well and is not offensive, there.
Yeah,
it's a good cigar.
Well, and that's one thing that's nice too, because we have a couple of three really well aged cigars. One's got 18 years of age on it. One has 60 years age on the filler and 18 years age on the wrap.
Yeah.
And then the other one is that Raven.
3 year.
That's got 3 years on the Unkind. Same cigar, just it's got some extra age on it. And it's been fun because we have a lot of younger smokers that come in here that are either new to it or have only been maybe smoking for a year.
Yeah.
And to give them a cigar that's unaged and one that's aged, and to see what age does to a cigar is really turning people's heads, realizing, how amazing cigars can be if you just kind of you're patient with them.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, people are always asking for Cubans, of course. I always tell them, like, if you buy Cubans, if you buy them somehow and you get a box of them, set them for a year. Don't even touch them because they're not ready.
They're not.
And now, if it's obviously one of the brands that actually already aging before they put them out, that's fine. But a lot of them come out so green that you just got to let them sit and, maybe wait for 6 months or a year, then crack them, and then smoke one every month until they're exactly where you want them, and then start smoking the hell out of them.
Yep. Yeah.
A little bit of a grassy component coming out right now.
There is. It actually reminds me like of alfalfa hay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a young hay.
Yeah.
Not young, but not quite dried out yet.
Yep. Which again is not an offensive note. It's just there.
It's like manure or barnyard.
Yep.
Smells pretty offensive, but usually it turns into a pretty amazing cigar.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Scott Johnston was giving us crap for that note. He was like, "That's
He's getting
nasty."
all the shout-outs now, isn't he?
He is.
Look at that.
You know what,
See,
Scott?
You complain enough about not being the shout-out.
Yeah.
We'll shout you out.
He's giving us crap for calling out manure on a Maduro cigar. If you watch enough cigar reviewers, you will know that we're not crazy. Everybody gets it.
Well, and that's the thing. Some people call it barnyard. Some people call it manure.
Yeah.
It's all the same note. It's the same note.
It's the same.
But there is, on some cigars, I mean, you got to realize these are coming off of farms where they got animals and all that stuff.
Freshly manured field on a Saturday morning as you drive through the Indiana countryside.
That can get pretty rough, too, in Indiana.
That is rough. It just...
I remember someone, I can't remember where it was. It was somebody somewhere close by here. There's a farm that they always spread the manure over the entire field.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember they built a new housing addition not far from there, right downwind. And I remember the first few people that moved in and said, "Oh, this is absolutely horrible." And it's like everyone in the neighborhood's like, "Welcome to the neighborhood." It's like, what do you want to do?
It smells.
That's how you grow crops. I mean, it is what it is. You want to live out in the country a little way from the city, you got to deal with some smells. At least it's not Terre Haute. Terre Haute smells like a cesspool.
Really?
Oh, gosh.
I don't think I've been to...
Well, I don't know if it does now. It used to.
Yeah.
Definitely kind of funky. And I'm sure there's something they're processing there that's doing it, but...
There was a... on Carroll Road on the east side of Indy, there was a dog food processing plant.
One downtown Indy, too.
Yeah, in that place, when it was running, it smelled terrible.
Well, there's actually just one down the road here, too.
Really?
That does it, too. And about once a year, you get the kind of gross smell.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing in there.
What are you feeding
that
those
is not
dogs?
right, yeah. What are you feeding them?
You probably like make kitty steaks, don't you?
Basically, this dude is on...
Bougie little dog. Big dog.
Big dog.
Bougie, big dog.
He is on a, hydrolyzed protein diet.
So your dog's on keto is what you're telling me?
No.
No. Okay.
Because he is allergic to everything.
Oh.
So his bags of food, they're like 35-pound bags, $100. Yeah.
And he eats through that, in a week?
No. It lasts him 3.5 weeks. It's still not great, though. You think about it, you could buy Blue Buffalo, buy a 50-pound bag for $60. Okay.
Yeah.
Easy, but...
There's a lot of additives to that stuff, though.
This is, this dog food, it don't even look like dog food. It's white. How they do that, I don't have a clue. Not a freaking clue.
You should try it and see what it tastes like. We could do a dog food episode where you can compare your cigar to
Crazy
dog
Alice
food.
and dog food.
We got to do the milk, man. Milk and Crazy Alice.
And milk. So if we get 50 likes on this video, we'll do Crazy Alice and milk. And if we get 100 likes, we'll do Crazy Alice and buttermilk.
Oh, that sounds disgusting. And by buttermilk, I'm doing vanilla almond milk.
No.
Just so you know.
If we get 100 likes, we will do Crazy Alice and buttermilk.
You just know we're not going to get 100 likes.
I know that.
Okay, good.
Absolutely. And that's on this video. That's not all of our videos combined. If we get 100 likes, Crazy Alice.
You got to put a time frame on that, too, because in 10 years, when we get 100 likes on this video, we're not doing buttermilk.
I'll have forgot about it by now, by then.
Yeah, but if the right person reaches out, I'll forget about it after we get done with this pairing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. As you can see, Isaiah only let me have one bottle of liquor on the table today.
Yeah. Well, last week we only did one.
Last week you wasn't even here.
Yes, I was.
Oh, were you here?
Yeah.
I don't remember when you're here and when you're not here anymore.
What did we pair last week? We need to update it on the...
I do. I forgot to update. It was the port, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We did port and...
here.
Uh-oh.
What time is it?
It's 10 till 2.
Oh, okay. So he'll figure it out. Maybe. But actually, I'm about wrapping up this cigar
Yeah, I mean, we can wrap it up pretty soon anyway. Where are they parked?
right next to your Jeep.
Oh,
out there.
jeez. Okay. Any final thoughts on the cigar?
I don't think I have final thoughts on the cigar. I have more final thoughts on the whiskey.
Let's hear it.
On the whiskey, it is pulling out still that like honey graham cracker, and there is a maple syrup type note going on.
A lot of maple syrup for me.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Normally, the cigar changes a lot more than this, but it's changing. Like normally in our pairings, you'll find something like boost the sweetness and then dries it out. But this is just like this cigar, the Dreamer, and the whiskey just keeps changing all the way through.
Yeah, the whiskey's definitely the special part of this pairing, I think.
Yeah.
So one of the things too, you know, we don't normally do this, but this is kind of the pairing we're doing now. This whiskey goes with a lot of cigars. You could do this with pretty much any cigar in there, and I think the whiskey would actually shine through about everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think you'd really enjoy it. So
I think so.
All right, cool. Well, anything else for the cause, bud?
I don't think so. If you want to come by and check us out and have this pairing, come on into Final Third, 180s Broadway, Ingalls, Indiana. You can find us at finalthirdcigar.com.
Yeah, and you can follow me at on Instagram at Final Third Cigar.
You can find me at The Whiskey Pastor.
Yeah.